Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting Minecraft discussion on all things well-being. My name is Dr. Kimberly Quinn, and I am here to, I guess, be your entertainment for today, especially given the topic. Because remember, Minecraft is all about controlling our thoughts. Thoughts come first, feelings come second, and action or behavior first. So when we manage the cabeza, we walk around feeling generally happy, maybe even joyful, much if not most of the time. So today's discussion is on lighten up. And I actually didn't do this on purpose. You might think I did, but I really didn't. My little Pikachu hat, see that? I get lots of compliments on this actually at Champlain. So we've definitely got a problem of, over seriousness in the States, I'd say. Definitely some over seriousness. And that was before the Rona. I don't think we can really blame the Rona. Now, the Rona might have made it worse, because people got intense because, and rightly so, there were a lot of things to overcome, right? A lot of extra stress and things like that. And that said, over seriousness kind of stood alone before, if we're really honest. And like anything else, the first step is admitting you have a problem, right? So if we picture a support group and we say, hi, I'm, Jonathan, and I struggle with over seriousness. Yeah, I mean, we're going to look at it like that because that's what it is. We need to lighten up, really lighten up. And because I know I've mentioned, and I'm not really, well, doesn't matter. I read a lot voraciously, as you know, and one of the things that I take from Richard Carlson, he's got that series out on Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, which was part of what I did last time. It's not really taking a lot from him this time, other than like the lighten up part that reflects back on life is not an emergency, and it's so true. Most of what happens in any given day, one day at a time, is manageable. Obviously, life throws its curveballs, and then and then the thing is, if we use our juice, like our cognitive, emotional, and spiritual juice, on the little stuff, there's really not a lot left over to deal with the big stuff. And we will deal with the big stuff, which just leaves us, depleted and drained and stuff. And so the point is, and outside of all that heavy, it's just day-to-day quality of life. We don't need to be so intense. We can get through most days, not just survive, but live most days, with a much lighter attitude, totally. And so I just want to. Okay, so we get uptight about all kinds. I made a couple of notes here. This I can pretty much just rolls right out of me because I'm good at lightening up, actually. And I wish I had my noses with little glasses. I handed those out yesterday in Minecraft, and I was looking for one right before starting this video, but I left them all in my office. Those little noses with the glasses and the mustache? I had a combined like 40-ish students walking around campus with those yesterday. It's a great lighten up message because we were working on mindset. That was our chat for the day, is mindset, growth mindset, and bringing play in and just being lighter. So let's just think of the things in a day that get us irritated. We go into work and we have traffic. I mean, not as much of a deal in Vermont. We have your occasional cow crossing. Not that we can't get a little rageful when it's we're on cow 9 and there's 30 to go because we're let's go. But it's not necessary. And then we get to work and there's a meeting and somebody's 5 minutes late, and she's always 5 minutes late. And that's annoying because we're on time and we get worked up about it. We sit there thinking about it through the entire meeting of how rude and arrogant she is for being late. And we just kind of harbor that, and there goes our life minutes down the drain. Or we're 5 minutes late. We're not usually late. We think everybody's looking at us and, oh no, I'm late. And then I get out of bed and run a nylon after I put them on, and then I stub my toe, and then we get all uptight, and then we get home, and we forgot to take out the chicken, or we did take out the chicken, and then we overcooked the chicken because we got wrapped up in a Netflix binge on our phone while we were waiting, and then, oh no, I overcooked the chicken, and now it's dry. Who cares? None of it is just really that important. And so a lot of it comes down to expectations. This is actually a very easy video for me to do. I'll tell you why. When we're talking about the expectations, one of the advantages, because there are positives to most things, right? And one of the positives and advantages to growing up in, oh, look at the goats. I put the pumpkins in there because, they're all done now. They're having a little like feast. Yeah, there we go. So one of the positives slash advantages to being the proud prodigy of two alcoholic parents is that I learned not to have expectations. Like really early on, I just didn't have expectations. I'm being serious about this because it's just true. So things were sort of naturally half full for me, and this works with the topic we're talking about, which is lighten up. If we can set an intention. I set an intention every single day of my life. And truthfully, I wake up and, I do my thank you thing out the window. When my feet touch the ground, I say thank you again. And that's in reference to body working, spine working, all of that. Gratitude journal, tea, all that is less than 15 minutes. I save the intention for when I'm in the Jeep because then I can fully focus. If they get up and I got to feed the dog and all that stuff. Giovanni's right there. When I'm in the Jeep, I am alone. I can set my intention. I literally put my hand over my heart, like so, and I set an intention for the day. And if this is one thing that's tough for you, suffering or struggling with over seriousness, and you really want to lighten up, you can set an intention for the day and maybe keep this, roll it over each day. You gotta say it over and over though. Like each day it has to be its own intention. Say, today I intend, when you wake up, to not have expectations, any expectations, not a one. I guarantee you will have a lighter, happier day. So here's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about little expectations. I'm not going to expect that my ride into work will be smooth. That said, we're also not predicting it won't be smooth. It's like a neutral, okay? So I'm not expecting my ride in will be smooth. Might be snow, might be rain, might be a cow crossing, you don't know. Stranger things have happened wherever you are. Or there might be a fender bender, who knows. We're not predicting that it will happen. We're just not expecting for it to be smooth sailing. It's just, again, neutral. And then you get to work and there's a meeting and just having the expectation that it's going to end on time. We all know that doesn't always happen. And that somebody won't irritate you, because that certainly happens, right? And to expect that, you're going to have exactly what you want for lunch, whatever, all the little stuff that happens in the day, right? That you'll find a parking spot or something like that. If we just go in neutral, no expectations, watch how much your day will change. Just look at how gorgeous it is, huh? Absolutely beautiful. The expectations thing is huge, and what we really could, when we cease to have expectations, start our day out and actually verbalize it in your vehicle. Today, I intend to not have expectations. We are way better at yielding. Yeah, I'm really good at it because I grew up that way. Like, I'm like the pivot queen because I grew up in a lot of chaos. Though that was very, very hard at the time. Again, positives come out of the yuck, right? The blessing that messes, they say. So I'm like fast on my feet, like that, with the metaphor also of emotionally, spiritually, cognitively shifting. And so, my best friend from growing up, or now called my rooftop friend after that 7 Days article, she's been saying to me forever, if there is a challenging situation with a person, it can be anywhere on the scale of challenging. It can be like the person who was 5 minutes late to the meeting, all the way to they said something not so good, all the way to a more intense something. Change your dance. Change your dance. Learn to shift and change your dance and lighten up. Lighten up, because when we lighten up, our day is going to be that much better. And like we've been saying, our life minutes are so valuable. We don't want them going down the rabbit hole, by having this intense, serious face, and we're all locked into being a professional and have fun, play, let your inner child out to play, at home, at work, everywhere. I'll tell you, I did a very wonderful podcast yesterday with my friend Jared from Champlain, and of course I knew he was going to be enjoyable and animated. I already knew that. He and I are very kindred spirits, and it kind of went a whole different direction, but he really landed kind of in this place. He didn't say lighten up per se, but he was talking about the importance of playing and being goofy and fun and bringing that right into work. And, especially at work, and just because your inner child, your authentic self plays. Your authentic self plays. When we get wrapped up into all the falsity, I've got to be a professional. I've got to be a professional with my professional, serious face. No, when we have fun, when we lighten up and we we allow the authentic self to play and do her or his or their thing, everybody around you enjoys their day more. Why? Because you shook the professional face and you allowed yourself to be more relatable and approachable. You know, especially any of the managers, anybody's like in a leadership power position, this is at least, if not more, important for you. Because in the end, we're all people, right? You might have a different title, you might have like a little, one of those little like triangular nameplates on your desk, or maybe a big sign on your door, or, you know, business cards. And I threw mine out, to be honest with you. Who cares? And in the end, we're all just people, and people want to relate to other people. People want to be seen and heard. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care what your title is. I don't care what your business cards say. I don't care how much your power suit costs or whatever it is you wear to work costs. It doesn't matter, because in the end, it's all about relatability and authenticity. And if we do our part, those of us Minecrafters who are on the track to authenticity, if we do our part to lighten up just this much, have a little fun, you know, wear that nose with the glasses and the mustache. I was walking around campus with that yesterday. You wouldn't believe the smiles. Lighten it up. Be a trendsetter, because it'll lighten up other people and make everyone around you make their day better and be happier. And that will reflect back on you. Yay, lighten up, because the majority of each day doesn't need to be so serious. Awesome. Especially looking at goats. Like, how do you not look at goats and smile? I mean, really? Awesome. Eating leftover pumpkins. Okay, lighten up. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from beautiful, chilly northern Vermont. Have a mindful, very light day.